Hi Aries, welcome to the channel. Today's reading is all about messages from Spirit that are just for you. So this is a chance for you to take a moment to tune into your spirit and get some advisory messages that are just for you. We're going to see what comes out. They are general, so take the parts that resonate and leave the rest as always. So Aries, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you stopped by. I post scenario-based and some calendar-based tarot readings here on my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. It is so nice to see you again. As always, I am excited to see what the cards have in store for you today. So we're going to pull some tarot cards, some oracle cards, and then I have these cute little mindful messages for the very end. All right, so starting your reading, Aries, we have expectancy. Oh my, how beautiful. So I think you are expecting news of some kind. Oh, this is such a beautiful, beautiful card. Let me hold it up for you. You could also be expecting during this time, if you could be expecting children or a child. Maybe there's more than one. So if that is the case, congratulations. We also have opportunity and flexibility. Okay. So it looks like there's, definitely something coming in for you. I think that you are obviously expecting this opportunity. This opportunity could be emotional in nature, and I think it's going to request of you a certain amount of flexibility. So we'll have to see what that is about. But that's not a bad thing. Maybe this will be a bit of an opportunity to stretch spiritually. All right. Okay, Aries, so let's get into the tarot here. It's always starting off with a bang. All right, so here we have the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Coins. Yes, some of you are expecting the Star, the Nine of Swords, and Judgment. All right, let me tune in here. So this opportunity that I think may be coming in for you, it's funny, you have expectancy here, but then you also have not seeing it coming. Or you may expect it and you're not necessarily sure how it's going to come about. But it's definitely with regard to leaving a legacy. The Ten of Cups, this is lots of material wealth, lots of children in this particular image here. So the Ten of Coins is all about, in addition to leaving a legacy, it's also about your ancestors like looking down upon you and smiling. So some of you may be fulfilling a tradition or going through with something that you feel your ancestors before you would approve of. So there may also be a ceremony of some kind that you are about to go through that is important to you, either religiously, spiritually, but it's something that maybe your family has done for a long time in previous generations. So that is also coming through for some of you. I feel as though also some of you might be doing some reflecting on the past with this Judgment card here. And I don't know, maybe this opportunity that's coming in for you could stir up some previous hurts of some kind for you. But the beautiful thing about the Judgment card is it talks about looking at yourself or the situation through the eyes of Spirit, through the eyes of God, through your higher self. So it's like there's this higher understanding that you will be gleaning from the situation or that you will be applying to the situation. But you do have some stress here, particularly underneath the flexibility. So whatever this flexibility feels like a real stretch for you. Um, in term like I'm seeing pregnancy for some of you. I'm seeing like the physical stretching that comes with that, and it, for some of you it may cause you some stress. I mean, and that's for those of you that are building a family or want to build a family. Of course, it's a huge change, and if it's your first time, of course it can be scary. But here we have the star, which is it's the card of hope. It's following your North Star. It's the greater good. So some of you may be, experiencing the physical sacrifice that the female body gives to the child. So I am getting very, very strong messages of a pregnancy for some of you, and it may be unexpected. So keep that in mind if you are not at a point in your life where that is what you want for yourself. Maybe be extra cautious during this time. But for some of you, you feel as though leaving this legacy, having this child or these children, could possibly be like, for you, it feels like for the greater good of all. Like you feel called to do it. And if it's not actually having children, there's something that you feel called to during this time. Let me see, what else do I get here? I really feel as though for some of you, it's like you really you have an opportunity, or you're expecting something to occur, but you really just don't know how it's going to come about. And the star is telling us to have faith. Have faith, treat yourself kindly, stay focused on what it is that you desire here, and be willing to be flexible. When your instincts tell you to be flexible, to meet the opportunity where it is, it looks like you're going to be able to do that. The other message that I have is to not overthink it. I'm getting like 2 or 3 very specific messages. It's like one message applies to some of these cards and the other message applies to a couple of other cards. Like I have overlapping messages this week for you, Aries. So you have major Aquarian influence here for you. So this expectancy may be February time frame for some of you. You may be getting news around that time. Yeah, okay, so I think that's what I have for that. I'm going to go ahead and pull these little mindful messages for you. I think, just be hopeful, have a little faith here. You will find the flexibility. For some of you here, you might be experiencing, either during this time or shortly after you see this video, you might experience some obsessive thinking. Like rumination is what they call it. I'm not a psychologist, but I have a deep interest in psychology, and I do work with psychologists. So, they talk a lot about rumination and obsessive thinking, and what it really is the desire for the brain to figure something out. And so do be mindful of that during this time period, because there is an answer here, but it might not actually be where you think it is. So sometimes just getting off the subject entirely, which is reflected here in this flexibility, and like giving your brain a rest is the way to call in the insight that you are looking for. So what I used to tell myself, the mantra that I used to have was like, I would actually thank my brain for being so good at problem solving, and then I would remind it that there's no solution to be found today, and that was okay. And it would eventually break the pattern of the obsessive thinking. So do keep that in mind, Aries. All right, so let's get some mindful messages. These could be related, they could be entirely unrelated. They're just kind of for fun. So here I have 2 messages for you. The first one I have is dance it out. I will read it to you. It says, I can move emotions through my body by dancing. Whenever I start to feel a buildup of energy or crankiness, I will play some music and move intuitively. I don't have to look a certain way, simply move and feel as the stress or heaviness begins to ease out of my body. I love this for you with the Nine of Swords and the flexibility. I feel as though that sort of it affirms to me that that is an option that you could have if you are experiencing obsessive thinking. A good way to snap out of it, quote unquote, is to turn on some music and just dance like a maniac. We've all been there, right? And then this one is the better it gets. Look at that cute little happy face. When things happen that cause me to feel good, I know there are much more good feeling things coming my way. Expectancy. The better it gets, and I keep Yes, the better it gets, and I keep rising up. Oh, I love that for you, Aries, particularly with the expectancy in the star card here. I feel as though you are going to meet the opportunity with such hope and adaptability and, willingness. I get a lot of willingness with the flexibility card. So, Aries, I hope you enjoyed this little message. I hope it helped bring you clarity. I always love connecting with you. Feel free to drop me a comment. Let me know how it resonates. It's been an honor to read your cards, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye bye.